This is my unboxing of the Wyze 1080p home camera AI Plus. I'll be honest, when I got on Amazon, it told me that there was a newer version of this, but I can't find a different name or model number or anything, so I'm just going to put the link in the bottom to this exact one so it's clear which one I'm reviewing. But unboxing here comes pretty smartly packaged, so you can tell the little plastic cover on here. This is actually the second one. I've had one for probably about 2 or 3 months now that I've been really happy with. I got this and I got a Wyze camera that I've had for probably a year, and to be honest, this one does a lot better than the Wyze camera. The video quality is better, the sound quality is way better. The Wyze camera sound quality is not very impressive. So micro SD card slot right there. We'll put one of those in there in just a second. But really a pretty simple design. The other kind of cool thing about this is that it comes with this stand, which has a little bit of an anti-grip around the side there, but it can also pop out of the stand altogether. There we go. There's little clips on each side. And you can just use the camera like that. You could put a command strip on the back here and just stick it on the wall. It's pretty cool that it's so versatile. So comes with that, comes with some stuff about cloud storage, limited warranty, a little thank you, an instruction manual, and then a pretty decently long cord and a wall plug, which is nice because a lot of products nowadays don't even include that wall plug. So I'll measure this, but you can tell it's pretty long, which is nice, and seems like it's a pretty good quality. So it's a micro USB, which is going to plug in right here. That's one downside. I think it's kind of a dumb place to put that because you plug it in right here, and unless you want your video to be sideways or upside down, it really runs into that hinge there, especially if you're going to bend it like that. I just worry about cables being crimped like that. But that's one complaint. I guess the other thing that you could say is it's easy for that to kind of get sideways. There's nothing really holding it in place, which is a good and a bad. You know, it's adjustable, but it also can be tilted pretty easily. But I mean, if it's up there and it's mounted or sitting somewhere, it's not really going to get rotated unless someone's intentionally changing it. Let me show you setup and the app, and we'll do some side-by-sides with the Wyze camera to show you that. Okay, so here's the Wyze camera on the left, the Wyze camera on the right. You can see as far as the cords, mine's still kind of crinkled up because it just came out of the box. But it's a little bit longer than 6 feet actually. Now I'm going to set these both up at the same spot on my son's dresser so that we can compare them here. I want you to see what happens right when we plug in this Wyze camera. So I've got a yellow light right on the front. Starts flashing there.
Welcome to Ye Home Camera. Waiting to connect.
I guess it's Ye. Okay, so we're going to go to the app now. So we're going to open the app here and then hit the add button at the top. And this one is going to be Wyze Home 1080p to connect. Got the password in there already for the Wi-Fi we're connected to. Not a 5G though, that's not supported.
Please face the QR code towards the camera lens and wait for it to scan. Connecting to Wi-Fi.
Okay, that's going to take a couple minutes to connect here. Heard a little message saying Wi-Fi is connected.
Pairing is successful.
Pairing is successful. You can start using your camera now.
Okay, I'm going to call this boys room and hit finish. We get a free month of cloud service. No. Okay, now it's showing me I've got two cameras here, Boy's room and Grace's room. If I click here, it's now going to pull up the feed. It's telling me it's got a new firmware. I'm going to go ahead and update. Now there's a lot of, oh, we got another firmware update. Apparently there's been a couple. See if there's another one. Yep. So we got a couple updates here. Again, this isn't, it told me there was a newer version of this, so I guess that's why. Okay, so we can check at the bottom here if we want it to come through as HD or as standard definition or as auto. You can also expand that to be full screen. That's going to turn sideways. You can, with your fingers, pinch to zoom on different areas. The sound is off by default. I'm not going to turn on right now because we're going to get a bunch of echo. It'll be right up there. And then some of the other options at the bottom. We can record. We can take a still. We can speak through by holding this down, and the sound will come out of the camera. We can do picture-in-picture so that this stays up here while I'm looking at other stuff on my phone, which is cool. And we can change settings up here. There's a lot of different things to look at here. If we want it rotated, for example, if we did have it upside down, just because of how we had to mount it, the time zone, call mode. You can do different schedules as far as when you want it to turn on, when you want it to turn off.
Upgrading firmware. Please keep the camera plugged in.
You can invite people to share this camera so that they can see it as well. You can have it detect motion and sound and tell you, and also change how often you're notified about that and what the schedule is of when you're notified about that. There's the pin protection right there if you want to enter a pin to protect it. The other thing that's neat that we can do here is, even if it's not notifying me, I can still have it give me alerts, and I can look back at those later and it will share a little snippet and tell me when there was someone there. This room obviously is not the clean room. Let me show you the night vision real quick. Okay, so let me show you what this looks like in dark mode. So pretty clear still. I'm probably 6 feet from the camera there, and it does a pretty good job though. You can still see pretty clearly what's going on even in the dark. Let me show you the same thing on the Wyze camera, the one that's sitting right next to it. So again, here's the dark mode on this one. I've got it set so it puts a little box around any movements. That's why it's doing that. Okay, now I want to show you how the sound is between the two of them. So just to show you again, right next to each other, but I can't really record both at the same time. So what I did is I recorded my voice on my sound recorder, and I'm going to set it on the bed and play it from the same exact place. So it's the same volume, same voice, same recording each time. So let's put it right here. And here's what it sounds like, just normal. I want this to be an equal test between the two cameras. So I'm recording my voice and we'll play it from the exact same location. Now the other thing is that both of these allow me to speak through the camera to whoever's in the room. So this time I'm going to record from here and speak once through one camera and once through the other so you can tell which one's which. Okay, so again, let's set this in the same spot. Okay, I'm standing in the other room. This is through the Yi home camera, trying to speak at about the same volume for both of them. Okay, I'm now speaking through the Wyze camera. Again, trying to speak at about the same volume so that we can have a fair comparison here. As far as mounting, this does not have any magnetic plate on it, which the Wyze camera does. It came with a little magnet so that you could mount it to something. You can see it picking up that screwdriver there. But the thing I like about this one is it's a little bit more adjustable. So you can see my thumbtacks there, and it's so light that holds it in place pretty steady. But I can move this depending where I want it to make sure it's aiming at the right spot. I hope you found this review helpful. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you could like, subscribe below. Any questions that you have, leave them there. I'll do my best to share my experience with this camera with you. I hope you're as pleased with it as I have been. Thanks.